Hi learners, today we will see some important tips that would help you to fetch good marks in your upcoming Ignou examinations. The first step is your handwriting. So it is very important to have a neat and legible handwriting. A good handwriting can fetch you good marks. So it helps the teacher who is correcting to understand clearly the topics that you have mentioned. So try the maximum to write your answers neatly, clearly, which helps the teacher understand your points easily and quickly. The next step is to underline the points that you feel is important. This helps the teacher to understand the valid points quickly, and it also helps you to fetch good marks easily. So when they are correcting a large number of papers, it's often difficult to check for points when you're writing essay answers, and it's difficult to find out which is a valid point. So once you clearly indicate the important points, it makes the teacher correcting easier to give you marks. So always try to underline the points which you feel important. So always keep a 5 minutes at the end of your exam, and at that time try to go through your answer sheets and underline the valid points. The next important point is to reduce the writing space. This is mainly meant for people who feel their handwritings or their writing style is often limited and occupies only very less space. So you can reduce the writing area. It's also useful for people who haven't studied much and but wanted to write a large number of answer sheets. So you can draw the margins at a certain thickness on all pages and start writing. So first of all, draw the margins. So in between, if you try to draw margins, it will fetch you some time. So previously, once you get the answer sheet itself, start drawing the margins and write accordingly. The next step is time management. It is very important to manage the time, and that helps you to write all answers on time. Because if you are not decided which questions to write at how many times for each question, you might miss some important questions and you would lack time to complete your answers. So you may drop one or two questions and it will have severe impact on your results. So first of all, decide which all questions you are going to write and how much time I will give for these questions. According to the mark, you can decide which all questions you will be writing quickly. You mean within 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can decide the time limit according to the marks for the question and make sure you complete within the given time and are able to cover all the questions. One important thing is that you should read the questions carefully and try to figure out the points that you're going to write forehand. That means before attempting the question, and just start writing and complete within the time you have decided. The next step is to split the paragraph. When you write essays, it's often seen that you just write the essay at a full stretch. You often forget to divide the paragraphs. It is very important to divide the paragraphs, which helps you to fetch good marks in your Ignou examinations. Some teachers often count the number of paragraphs and they see how different they have written in each paragraph. They might not go through all the paragraph, but they just check for the content for certain paragraphs and just give marks. Another important thing is that always begin your essay. The first paragraph should be very well written with good content. Likewise, the final paragraph too. Sometimes they may just read the first and the end paragraph, so it's important to make sure that you write very well the first and the last paragraph. Dividing paragraphs is very important in your Ignou examinations. Make sure you do that. The next important tip is to have a spaced handwriting. This is again for people who doesn't have much content for a question or feels that they are not able to write much about some topics. So try to write in a bigger handwriting which covers more space, so it takes more pages and you will be able to write your essay. Not just write, you will be able to stretch your essay to the minimum number of pages that you have decided. And also try to leave enough space between paragraphs or certain words, and in that way too you can cover some space. So it is important to write legibly as well as have a spaced handwriting. So these are some important tips that I feel which will help you to fetch good marks in Ignou examination. So study well, plan your answers and write it in within the specified time neatly, legibly. Thank you.